All right, welcome back to the Sports Wrap. Nick Friar comes in every Tuesday. We start with some Red Sox. We'll get to some Pats. But as the Sox are in this stretch here with the Rays and then the Yanks as they try to inch up, 100 games in the books, just a little bit more than that. How critical is this stretch here?
It's immensely important, Yianni. Right now, look, I know they did well against the Rays on Monday. They need to do well against the Yankees, too. That's the big one. As much as the AL East division crown is not realistic right now, each of these games are very important as they go along because this stretch could end their season alone.
And they're fighting with the Rays, of course, for one of the two wild card spots. If you presume the Yankees win the division,
they will. Would you make?
Yeah, I agree. Would you make a Nathan Eovaldi's debut in his closer role?
His control's not there. It's a good thing that they had a little bit of a cushion for him, obviously pounding on Jalen Beeks and everybody else down in Tampa Bay. But I just think that they need to find a way to reintegrate him with a few not so high leverage situations. But right now it's going to be tough, Yianni, because they got the Rays, they got the Yankees. He's going to kind of get thrown in the fire, I think, at this point, because I don't see there being any blowout wins against the Yankees, and they got that 4-game stretch coming up against them.
He's a Yankee killer, though.
This is very true. Good point.
Eduardo Rodriguez has been steady Eddie this whole season, and David Price has been great. Obviously, Sale finally got the home win last week, but if the Sox do anything this year, the left arm of Erod has been pretty consistent for them.
Yeah, surprisingly, because, look, David Price, off what he did last year, I know he had that rough outing the other day, but Erod has been as reliable as anybody, and I think he's using his changeup a little bit more effectively this year. His fastball command is much better. He's not nibbling as much. You hear all the time about if he goes deep enough into games, the Red Sox usually win, and the numbers are pretty staggering. I just think that it's not so much that he goes long, it's just that he's starting to figure himself out, and when you figure yourself out and you're more effective, you're going to go deeper into ball games, and that's what he's doing, and that's why they're winning when he's out there.
Mitch Moreland called up from Pawtucket today. How do you see his role changing or evolving? Because, at first base, how many reps is he going to get there?
I think changing is the best way to describe it because you have Michael Chavis, who's done so well offensively. Right. You need that offense. As much as I'm the first one to tell you the Red Sox don't need to go and get Jose Abreu and another bat, part of the reason for that is how well Michael Chavis has hit. Now, Moreland was doing very well before he got hurt. He had quite a few home runs, but the thing with Mitch Moreland is, as much as you know he's usually going to play well, you also know he's very injury prone, obviously, case in point. But the thing is that you can't go and rely on him too heavily when you're concerned about his health and if he's going to be there every single day. Whereas Chavis, we haven't run into those problems yet.
All right, let's switch gears, talk some Patriots. Veterans report tomorrow. First day of training camp is on Thursday. Obviously, Julian Edelman won't be there for the start. Gronk's retired. Brady is another year older. No defensive coordinator. What are you looking forward to most once Pats break camp?
I would say it has to be N'Keal Harry at this point. We want to see this kid. He's a wide receiver. One of the Patriots taking a wide receiver in the first round.
Not in the Belichick era.
Exactly. So I want to see what this guy's made of. Obviously, he's built pretty well physically, so I'd like to see if they're going to try and what's the role that this guy is going to provide for the team. How reliable is he? How are his hands? You see him in college a little bit, but we're going to get a much better look at him now and how he works with Brady and where's that chemistry, because that's the most important thing with Brady.
You concerned with Bill Belichick having too much on his plate if he is in fact the defensive coordinator this year?
No. I mean, I know that Flores was, he was previously the
de facto. He was the linebackers coach, but they didn't give him the title.
Exactly, they didn't give him the title. So that, to me, that means that Belichick had more of a say in what was going on the field, so defensively. So if he was doing that last year, obviously things worked out pretty well for them. I would say he'll be fine. I mean, he knows how to micromanage things and not go too far into one thing versus another. Yeah. So I'd rather him handle the defense, let McDaniels handle the offense, and then kind of go from there.
Having McDaniels obviously on the other side, huge coup for them. For Belichick being able to do this defensively.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, he's Nick Friar coming in every Tuesday and Sunday. Thanks so much for coming in. Much more from the Sports Wrap coming up right after this.